My name's Stuart Williams, and the business I run is Redruth Community Interest Company, which runs Redruth Community Radio. I lost my sight in 2005 as a result of an operation. Up to that point I was doing a lot of admin and desk-based work. Took me a couple of years of adjusting to living with sight loss, and I thought it's about time that I now take a look at my life, what sort of work I'd like to go back into. And that's when I decided about self-employment as a DJ, spending time with Pam, my development worker. She saw the potential in me to be a social entrepreneur, and a business idea really should have gone down the route of a social enterprise rather than a straightforward self-employed business. The CIC Community Interest Company structure was decided upon. We initially thought that it would be the best way to go because we wanted to be a community organisation, one that was owned and run by the community, and we went for a wide membership structure which allowed a bit like a charity for members to become involved, to sign up and be active within the organisation itself. So that gave us the best of both worlds. We could apply for funding to run the project, and also allowed us to trade as a traditional company and actually turn over and make money through other revenue streams. You're listening to Redruth Community Radio. It's fast approaching 3:30 on a Wednesday afternoon. We're with you here until 6 o'clock tonight. Starting up a community interest company is relatively easy. It's less intensive than setting up a charity, for instance. You don't need massive amounts of money in the bank. You have to go to company's house, you have to pay them the registration fee. HMRC need to be contacted and let them know that you started trading. And obviously any profit you make at the end of the year, you need to declare to them as part of your annual accounts. So in essence, it's exactly the same as running any other company, but just with the added community interest statement showing and outlining that you can trade and act as a beneficiary for the community. CIC has an asset lock, which basically means that if it's wound up for any reason, if it goes insolvent, then any proceeds or any assets of that company, it will go to an asset locked body so that it always stays within the community. The Articles of Association and Memorandum, they're basically the governing documents that outline what your company is going to do. Some of the benefits of running a CIC, particularly as opposed to a charity, is that you can actually as a director get paid and you can be an employee of the company itself. So that means you can then pay yourself a wage. It'll have to be in keeping with the going rate for your particular job within the industry, but you can pay yourself a wage as part of that. So in essence, it's a bit like being self-employed. The biggest thing for CIC obviously is the fact that you can apply for grant funding, which allows us to apply to the lottery, for instance. Redruth CIC is run by a very small board of directors. We've got 5 directors on board and they all take individual responsibility. So my role on that board is management for the station. We've got another manager who's in charge of the finances and training volunteers. So we all take on a responsibility and a role each. And if I could impart some knowledge to somebody or some people setting up a CIC, I would make sure that you do your business planning to start with. It's essential to make sure that you can run a sustainable business, a sustainable community interest company. It's very easy to start out with a lump sum of seed money from a funding source, such as the lottery, but you have to make sure that you're going to be robust and sustainable beyond that initial funding, otherwise you'll just end up folding. So business planning is key and crucial to looking at a sustainable and strong organisation.